Hi everyone, this is Disha Dioxide and you are watching CEO Secrets, what made them successful and how we can make it. Today I am here with Dr Chandrashekaran, who is the chairman and managing director of Vipragen Biosciences. Today we will hear about his journey and his experiences. Were you a brilliant student, sir, or were you a backbencher? And when did the turning point towards your success happen?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting question. So, actually, I come from a small village, very interesting place where it's a border place between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. So we are Kannadigas. So school is Telugu. I come from Tamil Nadu, right?
Right.
So that means I am kind of learning foreign language from the from the day one kind of thing. So I studied in Telugu, being a Kannadiga. My village is actually from Tamil Nadu. Now,
Right.
one of the advantages is that I was able to read and write all the three languages.
Right.
Tamil, Kannada. So that's an advantage. But it was like there was nothing like just going to school. There was just managed 35% in my SLC. Not a brilliant student in that respect actually. So and then I came to Karnataka for my higher studies. Being 35%, I always wanted to do science.
Right.
Getting into a science PCMB itself was a challenge.
It's difficult,
those days.
yes.
So managed to get into PCMB and then got going. To answer your question, but not a bright student at all. So, but I was very inquisitive student, from the day one. So that much I can tell you. Yeah.
Did that cause you to become successful, sir? Because you were inquisitive?
That's right. I think one of the, in fact, we have a lot of advantages, especially coming from kind of disadvantaged background.
Yes.
And then, you got to do everything on yourself. I used to, walk to school 10 kilometers every day.
Oh my God.
That's right. Yeah. 6 years I did that. So that means the challenge was, for us, that was not a challenge at all. So 20 kilometers a day going
Nowadays,
to school.
walking that much means...
People think that, I'm doing marathons and those kind of things. So we were doing marathons even for the school. I think I feel quite advantageous where, the people who see challenges here, but kind of routine for us those days. And then there were no buses, school, and then also managing on our own. Like, when I came and joined college, I wanted to become an engineer, right? I wanted to become an architect.
Oh.
So then I didn't have a 5 years study certificate. I had a reasonably good ranking, so I didn't get into engineering.
Right.
So those days, if you were not into engineering, that means that you're not good.
You're a failure.
You're a failure in life.
You've not done anything.
Yeah, I was kind of completely disappointed. And then, in fact, I left education, went back to my village, did 1 year agriculture.
Oh.
So that's how my college started. So after 1 year agriculture, I felt, it's not a good thing. So then went back and joined. I did my PCM degree, PCMB, since I've taken PCM. That's how my college journey started.
Wow, wonderful, sir. Since you were also not a brilliant student, can you tell us how an average student can become a CEO, sir?
Exactly like me, you see, I think, idea was for me, there was always something I wanted to do. One of the motivation for me was my mother. We come from very humble background. I was the only son. Motivation was to take care of them. So the very early on I figured out that only way you do that is to educate yourself.
Right.
So
Get a good
taken all
job.
the advantages of meeting friends and studying hard, working whatever I could do the best, and then I finished my degree. So that's how it started. So it is that inquisitive nature actually made me to study further, and then I wanted to, after BSc I wanted to do MS.
Right.
So that was in fact the turning point was in my, I wanted to become maths teacher,
Oh.
and then I was studying maths all the time. I was doing well in maths, and there was a trip to Mysore. My co-passenger, his name is Venkatesh, I still remember. He told me that if you do MSc biochemistry, you can teach MBBS student.
Oh.
So from that day, I stopped studying mathematics and
Wow.
started studying chemistry. I knew chemistry, if you do well, I can do. So my only motto was to get into MSc biochemistry. So
Oh.
that was in fact the turning point. I'm here. Yeah.
What is the best advice someone gave you, sir?
I think this is one of them. I think sometimes what happens is that you don't know what you're good at it, right? Everybody can do everything, right? I think you discover over the time and during your journey what you're good at it. And in the process, instead of telling you that the advice, as somebody, one person has given the advice, but I think I've seen a lot of people around me doing in fact my own professors, my own people around that time, my own mother, actually if you see them, they were kind of motivation for me, if they can do it, why I can't do it, kind of thing.
Right.
So that's how I started looking at life. Yeah.
Wonderful. If you could go back in time, what would you tell your younger self, sir?
I think I tell my younger self that you've done well, you enjoyed your time. I always used to play. We hardly used to go to school and had fun and had a lot of friends, family, and in the village I used to go to forest areas, and I mean, and those days I still remember vividly everything my childhood. I think I just want to tell myself that you've done well.
Wonderful, sir. What is the mistake you see students making today that will affect their careers in the future, sir?
I think the generation. I mean, there is a lot of changes from just one generation, from our generation to the next generation. A lot of information flow.
Right.
And I still remember, if you want to read something, we just have to go to library or pick up a book or go to some journals, and it was not that easy to get the information. So
Right.
I think one of the challenges for the younger generation is to managing the information.
Right.
How they manage the information, this kind of everything is available in front of you. How do you navigate those information? How do you filter those information? How do you effectively use those information,
Right.
and for yourself, and what is that you're thinking about using those information is the biggest challenge for this generation.